And welcome back to Stilwell, where the second half just underway. No change to the halftime score, which was 35 to the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers, 33 to the Stilwell Lady Indians. Both sides have had opportunities to score in this second half, but so far both teams have been off target as the Lady Indians attack the basket. They're playing from right to left in this second half, wearing the white strip. And again, the attempt at score is unsuccessful, and a loose ball is going to be a jump ball called by the officials. Just seen there that perhaps both sides careless of allowing the ball to get away from them when it was there for the taking. And it will be the Lady Indians with the inbound possession. A lot of movement both in front and to the side. It's to the side where the Lady Indians went. So often Mandy Duncan there, go-to girl, but it's number 42, Terry Franks, who gets the 2 points. That increases the Lady Panthers lead to 4. The first score of this second half, and I think, Blake, the first score from open play for Terry Franks.
Yes, she had just been making a living at the free throw line. She finally gets a field goal to go for.
Under the basket, it's Rachel Curitan who tidies up. Passes the ball to Brandy Lewis. Long ball forward, and under the basket, it's Sarah Gray who gets the 2 points. Is also fouled in the process of scoring, and she goes to the free throw line. So already in the second half, with a halftime lead of 2, the Lady Panthers have extended it to 6, and a timeout is called. Welcome back to Stilwell, with the Lady Panthers leading 39 to 33. There's only 2 minutes or so played in this second half, and the Lady Panthers are at the free throw line in the person of Sarah Gray. She made her basket to extend the lead to 6, and now at the free throw line she makes the extra point, and that takes the Lady Panthers to a 7-point lead. The Lady Indians, quick throw down the right-hand line. The interception by Brandy Lewis, taking the play away from danger, but with an inbound possession for the Lady Indians. They now pass it crisply around. Again, not finding much joy with this zone defense of the Lady Panthers after a nightmare start, and again an interception there by Terry Franks, hustling to try to keep the ball in play, but she did well there to break up a dangerous move. And a substitution for the Lady Indians as Fran Smith comes in, number 45, and immediately gets possession. Exchanges passes with Mandy Duncan of Stilwell, and this time a rather loose pass by the Lady Indians, and a chance for Courtney Walters. She checks her shot as Sarah Gray is sent tumbling in the lane, and that will be a foul called on number 30, Samantha Ferguson. And well, one or two of these girls must be approaching foul trouble, because there have been a lot of infringements called. It's going to be the Lady Panthers ball, and under the basket, it's a good shot by Sarah Gray. Yet again, it's the foul called, but the 2 points were good, and that extends the Lady Panthers lead to 9, 42 to 33. And this could be quite head-scratching time for head coach Dennis Rhoads of the Stilwell Lady Indians. They trail by 9, and Sarah Gray unable to extend that to 10 from the free throw line, as the Lady Indians come down the court, tending to telegraph their passes just a little bit, making it easier for the Lady Panthers to intercept. Now they're passing more crisply as they try to look for the opening, trying to get the dangerous Marquana Chewey in under the basket, as Brandy Lewis does well, plays the ball back in field, and as she attempts her shot, she's fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Good play there too by Courtney Walters, combining well with Brandy Lewis. And it's going to be another timeout before we get the free throw by Brandy Lewis. But this is just a 20 seconds timeout, and the action will be underway. Blake, this has been a very good start to the second half, as it was a very bad start to the first half by the Lady Panthers.
Well, for Coach Sharp, this is exactly what you wanted, to come out here in the third quarter, and express your dominance to the Lady Indians. And we're seeing a prime example of why Sarah Gray is so important to this team. She's already got a couple of quick buckets. She's drawing fouls, and she's very valuable right now for the Lady Panthers.
So it's Brandy Lewis from the free throw line. She's had a pretty good evening so far, and she keeps her accuracy going with another point to make the lead for the first time tonight. A lead of 10 for the Lady Panthers. And now it's 11 as Brandy Lewis, 2 out of 2 there from the free throw line. And that's just quietened the Stilwell crowd, and no bad thing when you take the home crowd out of the game.
Well, unfortunately for Siloam, the crowd never really got into the game. There's a lot of people packed into the gym. They're just not making very much noise. They're just sort of spectating. But it is definitely a plus as long as Siloam can keep the home team quiet, because down the stretch, if Stilwell's able to cut down the lead, they will definitely get loud.
Lady Panthers in possession. Brandy Lewis finds Sarah Gray. The layup is good. And just at the present, the Lady Panthers can do little wrong, and the Lady Indians still to score in this second half as they drive down the lane. And this time a foul is called against the Lady Panthers. And so the Lady Indians will have the opportunity to try and shrink this lead, which is already 13. And for the home team must be assuming ominous proportions. The inbound throw from the back for the Lady Indians. And still the Lady Panthers keep their defense tight, keep their shape, keep their zone. And again an interception, or attempted interception, by Terry Franks on that far side. She's penalized for what seemed to me to be a good interception, but not so in the opinion of the referee, and the inbound throw goes to the Lady Indians with 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this third period. And I think an indication of a combination really of tiredness and a bit of carelessness. The Lady Indians just throw the ball out of play and give away possession again. Lady Panthers under the basket cannot hold on to the ball. So in their turn, the Lady Panthers perhaps being sucked into a little bit of careless play. Lady Indians trailing by 13. Brandy Lewis so close there to an interception as the Lady Indians moving the ball around. Now they set themselves for 3, and the foul is called under the basket, and I think that's Sarah Gray yet again, and that looks like her 4th personal foul, and she's now walking a tightrope, Blake.
Well, she seems to be cursed with the foul. She picks up her 4th. She's going to have to come out. In comes McCormick to replace her, and that's just so unfortunate because she was really starting to dominate down low, and she will be missed.
Consoling pat on the back there by the head coach, Debbie Sharp, and the Siloam fans show their appreciation as the free throw point is good for Stilwell. That's their first point of this second half, and it's now 46-34 to the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers. So that point just pepping up the Lady Indians. They come again, but in the first half their throws were going through the hoop. This time they're lipping around the rim of the hoop, and it's the Lady Panthers in possession. Brandy Lewis just going through a quiet phase of the game for her, trying to find space on the far side as Terry Franks goes down the lane, but this will be a jump ball and possession to the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers. Just losing their momentum a little bit, but this has been a pretty good period for the Lady Panthers. They get the inbound throw. They find Brandy Lewis trying to get something going. Feints right, goes left, and then from the 3-point distance, it's a good throw by McCormick, and that extends the Lady Panthers' lead to 15. And they've really dominated this period as the Lady Indians Marquana Chewey slipping out, and it really hasn't been a good period for the Lady Indians. Nothing sort of business.
Makes a difference in the game. They come out and just started to extend their lead and push this game away. Now they just need to maintain. They don't want to play like they're trying to maintain, but if they do maintain, they will definitely win.
Brandy Lewis with 3 points, and I think the Lady They don't know whether to close her down, as surely they must. But really, they just stood off her there and allowed her all the time in the world for her 3 points. Then the Lady Indians went down the other end and really shot hastily and horribly wide. So a good spell for the Lady Panthers. Their lead 18, as again Lewis looks for 3. Not successful this time. Paige Cox recovers the ball, finds Brandy Lewis under the basket. Kendra McCormick, the tall girl, having a good spell. She extends the lead to 20 points. And the Lady Panthers defense has conceded just 1 free throw point in this third period, of which there's 2 minutes 15 left. Lady Indians on the charge, and this time they do get the penalty in their favor. The call against Terry Franks, who also leaves the game for a spell on the bench. But good to see head coach Debbie Sharp. She appreciates what the tall girls have done under the basket. Rebounds at both ends, and yes, they picked up some personal fouls, but it's been a good effort by these Lady Panthers.
The Panthers are now up 20 points with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third. And after being down 10-0, that's a hell of an accomplishment for them to come back.
Stilwell missed the first opportunity from the free throw line. And the second, although they do get the rebound, so the Lady Panthers must still defend. Again, it's the ball lipping out, and it's the Lady Panthers in the person of Candace Bowling who gets the ball forward to Brandy Lewis. Great pass there, and the layup by Kendra McCormick, and that's 2 more points. And Kendra McCormick's enjoying a good spell of play just now, using her height well and taking up some good positions.
Well, Stilwell is just starting to fall apart. They lost their lead, and they were just down 2, and next thing you know, they're down 22, and they've just totally come apart. This isn't what you want to see if you're the coach for Stilwell.
Great pass from Brandy Lewis, and under the basket, it's shot home by Candace Bowling, and the lead just keeps growing. 58-34 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Remember, they conceded a 10-point lead at the start of the game, so the margin perhaps even more impressive for that reason. And now here comes the Lady Panthers on a break. Brandy Lewis won't have an easier shot all night. 2 points takes the score to 60, a lead of 26. 1 minute left in this third quarter. Lady Indians looking visibly dispirited. The body language tells it all, Blake.
Well, the team is just totally self-destructed right now. They're not able to do anything right, and it's a shame. They really need to respond. It says a lot about a team's character if they can respond when they're challenged, and right now this team is just laying down.
But they do have the inbound ball. Can they make something of this? They do under the basket, and that will give them some cheer as Sasha Rhoads, daughter of head coach Dennis Rhoads, gets 2 points. But the Lady Panthers still lead by 24 as they once again play the ball into the lane. And I think now even the match officials are showing some sympathy for the Lady Indians, as Christy Lawson appeared to be fouled but nothing given. And it's the Lady Indians who drive towards the basket, can't find their opportunities, and there's 3 points there for Julie Gaches, and she was fouled as she shot, so that the 3 points is good, and she also has the opportunity to reduce the deficit further from the free throw line.
It's very rare to see a 4-point play. Let's see if Julie can capitalize on this. It only happens every now and then.
Well, she does, so 4 points for Julie Gaches, something for the Lady Indians to take out of this game. Not over yet, not by a long way, still another period to play as the Lady Panthers, who've dominated this third period, they have a lead of 20 points. They lead by 60-40, and they will have the ball again as the Lady Indians are penalized for traveling. 16 seconds left, something I'm sure the Lady Panthers will be conscious of as the Lady Indians try to press, and there under the basket is Kendra McCormick, and she's really had a fabulous quarter, and the buzzer goes with the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers. They scored 27 points and conceded just 7 in that quarter. They lead 62-40. Welcome back to Stilwell High School at the start of this fourth period of this game between the Stilwell Lady Indians and the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers. The Lady Panthers lead it by 62-40, and they look to record what will be their third successive win and send the Lady Indians to a 2-4 record. But for the first period, which was 18-16, it looked an extremely close game, a well-contested first half, and it's the Lady Panthers who've blown it apart in the third period. The Lady Indians at the free throw line, add a point to take their tally to 41. And here they try again, and Samantha Ferguson makes it 2 out of 2 to cut it to a 42-62 game. Interception there by the Lady Indians, who certainly have a little bit more zip about their play in this fourth period after a disastrous third quarter. Moving the ball around well, trying to set themselves for the shots, and the foul is called against Siloam Springs. And once again, the Lady Indians go to the free throw line, and just something of a sluggish start by the Lady Panthers.
The last thing you want to do is extend this game right now with free throws. You've got a 20-point lead, just play solid, and you'll end up with a victory. There's no reason to foul. Just try to run the last 7 minutes and 30 seconds off of the clock.
Samantha Ferguson gets one of her 2 free throws. It's 62-43 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Paige Cox, looking for a way forward, finds Kendra McCormick, who had such a good third quarter, and there's a call for traveling against Christy Lawson. So the ball is inbound from the Lady Indians on the far side. They're playing from right to left, wearing the white strip in this fourth quarter. Using the high ball to cross the zone, and the Panthers steal it from under the basket. And now on a quick break, it's Kirsty Lawson just unable to keep the ball in play, and head coach Debbie Sharp, I think, just telling them not to be too over anxious. They're perhaps pressing a bit too much on these quick counterattacks. Certainly it's been the Lady Indians dominating this fourth period, as yet again they add 2 more points, just whittling away at the Lady Panthers' lead. It's 62-45.
Well, Coach Sharp has seen enough, and Terry Franks and Brandy Lewis are going to come back into the game, try to regain control. They don't want to see the lead slip away here in the fourth.
I think perhaps they were hoping they could have sat out a little bit longer, but as you say, the momentum very much with Stilwell, as Samantha Ferguson can't make the free throw, and the Lady Panthers' advantage remains at 17, as the Lady Panthers now moving the ball around well. Brandy Lewis thinks of going for 3, and then finds the tall Kendra McCormick under the basket for 2 points. And that's been a good combination in this second half.
And McCormick's had a real nice half. She's just too tall for Lady Indians to deal with, and she's having her way.
Lady Indians come back, but Brandy Lewis, strongest under the basket. A long throw, and it's intercepted by the Lady Indians, who now have a lot of space to move the ball back down court. And it's number 45, Fran Smith, who drops it in for 3 points for the Lady Indians to cut the Lady Panthers' lead to 16. Paige Cox from distance, but can't find the basket. Terry Franks does well to keep the ball in, and then it's off the backboard from Brandy Lewis, and again it's a breakaway for the Lady Indians. 2 more points, and probably for the first time this evening, the large crowd here in the Stilwell High School gym getting back into the game, and it's 64-50 to the Lady Panthers.
There's a timeout on the floor.
Welcome back to Stilwell, as the Lady Panthers seek to increase their lead of 14 points. Moving the ball around the edge of the arc, getting a lot of pressure now from the Lady Indians as they seek to get back into this game. They've done a pretty good job against Siloam in this fourth quarter, outscoring them 10-2 so far, but time running out, and the ball is loose on the far side. It's called in favor of Siloam on that far side. Siloam Springs Lady Panthers 64, Stilwell Lady Indians 50. A lead of 14 with just over 5 minutes remaining. Brandy Lewis brings the ball down, finds Paige Cox, manages to wriggle out of trouble, but the pass is intercepted, and now the Lady Indians coming in on the lane, and a holding call detected by the match officials, and it will be one free throw for the Lady Indians. So anxious times for the good number from Siloam Springs, who've made the short journey across the state line down to Stilwell here in Oklahoma. A lead of 14 should be enough, Blake, but well, you never know.
Well, luckily it just got Sarah Gray back into the game with her 4 fouls, but Stilwell came with a trapping zone last time, and it did exactly what it was supposed to, which is force a turnover. Siloam needs to get their offense together and ready to face that trapping zone.
The score 64-50 in favor of the Lady Panthers as the free throw is missed. The rebound recovered by Paige Cox. The pass to Brandy Lewis. She just takes the time looking for players in vacant spaces, but a steal there by the Lady Indians as Courtney Walters took her eye off the ball. Fortunately, it's not a good night for the Lady Indians shooting, and it's the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers who come up with it. An important rebound there. Paige Cox now to Brandy Lewis. Certainly not the same fluency or momentum about the Lady Panthers in this fourth period, as Brandy Lewis's shot is off target, and the jump ball called for the loose ball on the floor.
The Lady Indians played straight up man. The last 2 possessions have not gone back to the zone, which worked. You got to think they'll be switching back and forth, trying to force turnovers and keep Siloam off balance.
It's Siloam Springs 64, Stilwell 50. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left. Siloam Springs with the inbound ball. Brandy Lewis comes up with it, and then from distance just misses on 3 points, and it's out of play for possession to the Lady Indians. So still not a very good period, this one, for the Lady Panthers. Just 2 points scored and 10 conceded. Neither side showing particularly good shooting form in this last period. The Lady Indians moving the ball around. They need points quickly, and from the the 3-point distance, it's good by Julie Gaches, and that means the Lady Panthers lead is down to 11. And now there'll be some anxious watching of the clock by the Siloam Springs crowd, as yet again the free throw is missed. Under the basket, it's very crowded there, but Terry Franks came up with it, and it's 66-53. And the Lady Indians immediately counter-attack the other end, and they get 2 points through Julie Gaches, who suddenly found a shooting form. It's a 66-55 game, and well, you would think with their lead at the start of this period of 22 points that the Lady Panthers had the game sewn up, but the Lady Indians have shown great spirit, great character in coming back into it, and with just 11 points lead, 3 minutes left, well, you just think that Stilwell have got a faint chance.
The Lady Panthers just came out sleepwalking in the fourth after their big lead. I don't think they had one starter in the game at the start of the fourth. They were hoping to sit out and hopefully coast through the rest of the game, but the Lady Indians weren't going to let that happen. They finally showed some resiliency that they weren't showing in the third quarter, and they were able to march the comeback now. Siloam has just been content to jack up some threes, and they need to go ahead and pound it inside, get some free throws, instead of just settling for the 3-point shot.
Lady Panthers just 4 points in this last quarter to 15 by the Stilwell Lady Indians. At halftime, it was just 2 points to the Lady Panthers, but they really blew the game apart in the third quarter, outscoring their opponents 27-7 And it's really that third quarter that's the difference between the two teams.
And Siloam needs that same intensity that they showed in the third. They just got a little lackadaisical with the big lead, but I think Coach Sharp has them settled down now, and I think that we're going to see some better execution.
So here comes Siloam playing left to right in the familiar Panther maroon. And there's a foul as Sarah Gray goes in with her layup, so she'll go to the free throw line. And an opportunity just for the Lady Panthers to regroup, regain that composure they showed earlier. They've had a pretty good night from the free throw line, and at the second attempt that eventually drops in, Sarah Gray adding another point, and she has her second throw, and that's a cleaner shot, and that stretches the lead to 13. And quickly the Lady Indians down the court, and they shoot, and that's good. 2 points for Stilwell. It's an 11-point game in favor of the Lady Panthers. 2 minutes 45 remaining in the game. Brandy Lewis finds Terry Franks on the far side. She's off target, but there under the basket is Brandy Lewis, and that takes the Lady Panthers to 70. Lady Indians now trying to find a space under the basket, and that was a good move, and they get it at the second attempt. And it's 70-59 in favor of Siloam Springs as Brandy Lewis finds Sarah Gray. And under the basket there is Sarah Gray, crowded out, and the ball is out for possession to the Lady Indians. And there are now just 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, and the Lady Panthers with an 11-point lead. So still chance for Stilwell to come back into this. Time, though, not on their side. A lot more pace in their players. They try for three, and the ball is loose. It's the Lady Indians who pick it up again. They seem to be claiming most of the rebounds in this last period. And again from three-point range, they shoot. It's off target, but it's the Lady Indians who've been claiming most of the rebounds in these latter stages.
Well, absolutely. They've really been attacking, and they're feeling a little desperate right now. They're down double figures, just under 2 minutes to play now, and they know that they have to do something to make a difference, as we see Terry Franks has just fouled out of the ball game. A great game from her. She gave good hustle and great effort, and she just continued her good play that she's been showing throughout the season.
And getting a reassuring and a hug and a word of thanks, I'm sure, from the head coach as she leaves the court with 1 minute 37 remaining. And she leaves with the scoreboard showing her Lady Panthers 11 points to the good, as Samantha Ferguson does make the second of her three throws. So now the margin is 10, and it's the Lady Panthers coming down through Paige Cox to Brandy Lewis, and there under the basket is Rachel Curtin, but she can't convert the layup, and it's the Lady Indians who steal it back. Now coming down court, trying for three and getting it, and that's a big basket because it cuts the lead to 7, and it brings the crowd alive again as Paige Cox is trying to find a way forward. She finds Courtney Waters driving in under the basket. She takes the foul, but really that 3 points probably the biggest roar of the evening.
Well, absolutely. The crowd has been desperately trying to get into this game, but have really had no reason to here in the second half. Now they had to then, but it still wasn't extraordinary. The loudness of the gym is quiet compared to the amount of people that are here. It's really getting full in preparation for the guys' game, but it's not making much noise.
We have another timeout. What sort of things would you imagine Debbie Sharp is saying to the Lady Panthers?
She's saying, first of all, to quit relying so much on the three-point shot when you have such a nice, comfortable lead. As you saw Courtney Walters do in the last possession, you still need to take it to the hole and draw the fouls. You know, that way you can get the easy bucket. The three-point shot is a hard shot, and there's no reason to settle for it when you have a lead. You need to attack and run some clock. They've been a little too impatient on the offensive end. The good news is for Stilwell, number 44, Sasha Rhoads, just fouled out of the game. She picked up her 5th foul.
And the other important statistic, 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in this game, and well, we can expect the full court press now, I would think, from the Lady Indians, as they really will be trying every opportunity to stop the clock and get back into this game. But first it's Courtney Walters with the free throw, but the first one rims out, and she has to set her concentration again, and that's good. Every point vital at this late stage of the game. An 8-point lead to the Lady Panthers, who get a turnover, and the foul is into the back of Rachel Curtin, and I think we can expect a lot of tactical fouling in this last minute as Stilwell gamble on trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, they're trying to extend these last 57 seconds, try to make it seem a lot longer so they can get back into the game. As long as the Lady Panthers make the free throws, this won't be a contest, it'll be over.
So Rachel Curtin, who was charged in the back at the free throw line, that's good, and that stretches the lead by another point. It's now 9, and may not seem a lot, but with 57 seconds left, it's important to make these points count. The second throw lips out. The Lady Panthers can't get the rebound, and here come the Lady Indians attacking quickly. A good cross-court pass there, and number 52, that's Misty Benham, who's had a good night for the Lady Indians, is fouled, so she will go to the free throw line. Remember, the Lady Panthers lead by 9. We have 48 seconds remaining, and the Lady Panthers looking to extend their season record to 5-3, but the first throw is good, so the lead is cut to 8. Benham again from the free throw line, and she makes the second one, so it's now a 7-point game. And Brandy Lewis just slowing it down, then accelerates down the court. Short pass forward is intercepted by Stilwell. It's out of play for the Lady Panthers to bring it inbound. 40 seconds remain. Cox to Lewis and back again. And here's Brandy Lewis. Important that time is run off the clock, but she's nearly caught in the dribble. She finds Courtney Walters open, but she sensibly holds play up, just moving it around. 21 seconds left. Important time coming off the clock. Courtney Walters back to Lewis, and in spite of the full court press from the Lady Indians, it's the Lady Panthers who played some very intelligent basketball in those last 20 seconds, keeping possession, keeping the Lady Indians out of the game and running time off the clock.
Yeah, they let too much time come off that time. If they were going to foul, they should have done it right off the bat instead of waiting so long. They let precious seconds come off the clock.
Brandy Lewis makes the free throw, and it's now an 8-point game. So, again, Brandy Lewis drops the free throw through the hoop, 74-65, 10 seconds left. Brandy Lewis, the interception. She unselfishly passes wide, and Courtney Walters is at the second attempt, and then it's in by Rachel Curtin. That's the end of the game. It's the Lady Panthers 76, Lady Indians 65.
Make sure you keep it right here.
A very good game of ladies basketball ended in a win for the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers. They scored 76, an 11-point win over the Stilwell Lady Indians, and Blake, a pretty good game for the Lady Panthers.
Absolutely, they came out finally in the second, third, and fourth quarters and played good basketball and were able to hold on in the fourth. It was a balanced scoring for the Lady Indians. They had 4 players in double figures. Gaches led them with 12 points. There were many others with 11 and 2 with 10. For the Lady Panthers, the story was Brandy Lewis. She had 32 points tonight. She really had a come-out game, and she played great. Unfortunately, Paige Cox was not able to score in the second half after her good start. And Terry Franks ended up with 9 points, but she just had great defensive effort, good anticipation in the passing lanes, and she did a tremendous job for Siloam tonight with her effort on the defensive end. But as we said, the story, Brandy Lewis, an exceptional game tonight, one that the Panthers really needed from her.
A great game for her, a good game for the crowd to watch, with the home Stilwell side coming back into it near the end. They'll be up for their boys team who are unbeaten this year, so stay with that as the Panthers take on the Stilwell Indians in a moment.